Olympic champion Julien Alfred from St. Lucia to cope with, not to mention Shacarri Richardson of the USA. She's the silver medalist. This is Tamari Davis, fourth in the US Olympic trials, four in shorts of a couple of weeks ago. She's in fine form, the American, only 21. There is Daryl Neita, a growing force, there's no doubt about it. Fifth in the 200. She has a silver from the European Championships in Rome, Daryl. 10.92 this year. Mujinga Kambunji, listen to that roar for the home girl. European champion in Rome over 200. She retained her title from Munich. She was sixth in the Olympic final in Paris, the same as in Tokyo 3 years back. There is Julien Alfred. Well, she won the world indoors in Glasgow over 60 metres. She is a quick starter, the St. Lucia athlete. She goes in four. The Olympic champion at 100, took a silver at 200, but hasn't raced since the Olympics when she won in a personal best of 10.72. And listen to that roar for Shacarri Richardson in lane 5. World number 1 this year with 10.71. She won here last year. The Olympic silver medalist, world champion last year. Dina Asher-Smith goes in 6th beside her, 4th in that Olympic 200. So angry with us, Radina, but improving. She won in Lausanne very impressively 2 weeks ago tonight in 10.88. Talu Smith goes in lane 7. The Ivory Coast athlete, Côte d'Ivoire, very consistent, but always just shy of the medals. The prolific racer was chatting to her at lunchtime with her coach, John Smith, still full of energy and enjoying her racing. Tia Clayton was 7th in Paris, over 100 metres, 20. Very good form. She won in Chortsov 11 days ago. Baspitai of Gambia, the semi-finalist in the Olympic 200 metres there, goes in lane 9. She was also 6th in the World Championship 200 back in 2019. She's better at 200, although her personal best is 10.93. But this is where we expect the big racing to come from. Julien Alfred goes in 4, the Olympic champion up against the Olympic silver medalist Shacarri Richardson. Much smaller figure. Shacarri Richardson, there she is, second to right. Won here last year. And Richardson, well, the 8th fastest athlete. City of revenge here in the one-night Olympics, as they used to call this meeting. Davis in 1, Daryl Neita goes in 2, Kambunji in 3, Julien Alfred, the Olympic champion, in 4, Richardson in 5, Ash and Clayton in 8, with Bataille in 9. Alfred in the orange. Good start from Alfred. She's away now. Really good start from, well, Asher-Smith leading at the moment. Are they coming back at her? Yes, here comes Richardson. And Richardson takes it. Richardson and Alfred both easing past Asher-Smith in the last 20. And Richardson does get that little bit of revenge. She'd swap it 1,000 times for Olympic gold, of course. But the winning time, 10.84 in still air on a wet track on a coolish evening. Well, that'll do very nicely indeed. Good running from Asher-Smith. She was leading until about 85 metres. She's a fantastic form, is Dina. I feel as though, Steve, she's going to run out of races. She leads off the pressure. Won here last year, and she started well, although I thought Julien Alfred, her pickup in the orange there, was the better. Well, Dina leading.
Yeah, it's a good point about Dina Asher-Smith. I mean, until about 15 metres to go, she's probably thinking, they're not catching me here. And you know, this is a part of the race where you know, Dina's such a good starter, but she is now really moving through the gears in the race really well, and then staying with a good pace to the end.
What's up, viewers? Welcome back to the channel. Hope y'all enjoyed that throwback race. Julien Alfred versus Shacarri Richardson. This one was a close one. This was back in 2024. This was exciting from start to finish. And the reason why this race was so highly anticipated at that time is because Shacarri Richardson had just won the World Championships back in 2023. So she's coming off a really good season. Julien Alfred, though, is having the season of her life. Yes, they were the two top female sprinters in 2024. Shericka Jackson was there, but she wasn't consistent because she was having injury issues. It turns out that Shericka Jackson at the Olympics did not compete any at all because of injury. But she was running some 10.8s, but she wasn't competing as she would normally do, especially over the 100 meters, where we saw Julien Alfred. She had her best season ever, dominating the track, winning race after race. Shacarri Richardson was having a really good season as well. So this lineup, and as y'all can see, you have Talou, Dina Asher-Smith, Tia Clayton. Tia Clayton was having a really good season as well. Same year, Tia Clayton went to the Olympic Games and basically shocked everyone, showed that Jamaica female sprinting is alive and well. As we know, Shelley and Fraser Price, she retired at the end of 2025, and Shericka Jackson is still there. You have other female athletes, but definitely the Clayton twins, the twin turbos, they're basically taking over. And 2024 was the year they really showed that, hey, we're coming. So yes, Tia Clayton was having a good year. Her sister was out injured. Funny enough that she got injured in 2025 and her sister Tina Clayton stepped up and delivered at the World Championships, winning silver. However, Tia Clayton did not finish in a medal position at the Olympic Games, but she competed really well. But back to Shacarri and Julien Alfred. Many had Shacarri as the favorite to win at the Olympic Games. However, Julien Alfred stepped up, shocked everyone. Despite Shacarri getting the better of her in this race, as y'all can see, it was a really close race. Julien Alfred stepped up at the Olympic Games and won her first gold medal. Her first gold medal for her country, St. Lucia, as well. So it was a big deal. And it would have been the same year for the longest time. We did not see any Jamaican on the podium, neither for the 1 or the 200 meters. Yes, we had Tia Clayton competing in the final at the Olympics, but no Jamaican was on the podium because Shelley, she was to compete in the semis, but she had an issue similar to Shacarri, and I believe that's part of the reason why Shacarri didn't perform the way many expected as well, because Shacarri and Shelley got locked out. They had to walk all the way around the big entire stadium. Took them 30 minutes. Shelley complained that she didn't get to warm up like she normally does, so she decided not to risk it, especially because that same year Shelley got injured earlier and out in the season and had to do a knee surgery, I think, or she had some issues with her knee. She did not want to risk running and getting worse. Basically, Shacarri did run, she qualified, but she didn't look like the Shacarri we saw in the first round. She did not look the Shacarri that we saw in this race any at all. And Julien Alfred saw that, took advantage, and she won. Yeah, but hopefully y'all enjoyed this throwback race. We are in January. The indoor season should be kicking off anytime now, and we'll definitely provide y'all with the updates. So if y'all are big track and field fans, feel free to subscribe because we'll be sharing all the updates here. Thank y'all for watching.